What's up? I'm Jeff Haynes from Tech Bargains, and this is the video review of the Sony Alpha NEX-7 compact digital camera. Digital cameras have become the 21st century standard for photography, but one of the more recent developments in the field is the creation of the Micro Four Thirds camera, a mirrorless compact body with higher resolution sensors than most point-and-shoots without the bulk of an SLR. The NEX-7 packs just over 24 megapixels in its slim frame, while also coming with a pretty hefty price tag at just over $1,500. Let's find out if this compact is actually worth the money. The NEX-7 kit that we reviewed came with an E-mount 18-55mm lens with f-stops of 3.5 to 5.6. It has a 24.3 megapixel APS-C CMOS sensor, as well as a 10 frame per second shooting rate. The camera can shoot AVCHD video at full HD 1920 by 1080 resolution with a selectable frame rate of either 60p, 60i, or 24p. It comes with Optical SteadyShot to assist you in taking pictures, as well as a 3D sweep panorama mode that can make landscapes stand out on 3D televisions. The camera is compatible with Memory Stick Pro Duo, SDHC, and SDXC cards, and it comes with a Tru-Finder OLED electronic viewfinder that has a 3-inch articulating LCD screen. Rounding out the specs is an info-lithium rechargeable battery that packs 430 still shots per charge. The first thing that we noticed about the NEX-7 was the excellent build quality of the camera itself. The magnesium and polycarbonate construction for the camera body makes it strong yet lightweight, while the semi-gloss jet black finish found on the dials, buttons, and shell makes it an attractive device. Thanks to the extra space between the rubberized grip and the lens, even users with large hands will be able to hold on to the camera. It's also great that the NEX-7 is compact and lightweight. A significant portion of this is due to the fact that the NEX-7 is a mirrorless camera. A smaller lens like the 16mm lens with an f-stop of 2.8 will make this a perfect camera to place in your pocket. Now, we were pretty impressed by the shutter response time for the NEX-7. Most mirrorless cameras frequently have shutter lag between the time the shutter is pressed and the time the shot is taken. Well, Sony claims that the 0.02 of a second lag time is the shortest response in the world, and everything that we've seen backs it up. In fact, the shutter speed is on par with what you'd find in an SLR, making this a great camera for enthusiasts looking to move up from a traditional point-and-shoot while getting the shooting speed of an SLR. We also like the video recording capabilities of the camera, which records video in full 1080p in the AVCHD format, unlike most of the digital still cams with recording functionality. This means you'll be able to import your footage directly into an editing application without any additional conversion. On top of this, the image stabilization and autofocus system during shooting is excellent, and it's easily something that's missing from most traditional SLRs. We didn't like the placement of the record button because it did cause us to accidentally enter video recording mode. As a result, we did miss some still shots we wanted to take, but otherwise, it's a very nice feature for the camera. Finally, while the NEX-7 came with a large number of shooting modes, we found ourselves constantly drawn to two in particular, specifically Aperture Priority and Eye Auto. The Aperture Priority mode provided exposure compensation for backlighting or high contrast subjects, while Eye Auto was a set-it-and-forget-it shooting mode where the camera selected all of its settings and optimized itself in real time. While we used all of the modes in our testing, we found ourselves frequently going back to these two during most of our sessions. So what didn't we like about the NEX-7? Well, for one thing, we didn't like how unintuitive the menu system and the controls for the camera were. There's a noticeable lack of imagery on most of the buttons, thumb wheels, and dials, nor do they specifically indicate a shooting mode, and navigating the menu system during shooting was even more complicated. In fact, handing it to someone that hadn't seen the camera before or used it could easily confuse them, apart from the obvious flash control, photo playback, or video record buttons. In many ways, it almost makes the camera much better suited within a point-and-shoot style than a traditional DSLR. We also didn't get the point of including the Eyepiece Viewfinder. We found it wasn't comfortable to use, it wasn't bright, and it was virtually impossible to read the text at the bottom and the top of the display because of its viewing angle. We did like the light meter overlay for the viewfinder, but we thought that was the major advantage for this feature only. Sony could have left this off the camera entirely and we would have been much happier. Finally, while we mentioned earlier that we liked using the Eye Auto settings, we found that there were a large number of pictures taken in this mode that were noticeably weaker than pictures taken in other modes. We found underexposures in shots, inconsistent white balance, and colors that were either supersaturated or dull in most of the pictures that were taken. We found that capturing raw shots and doing minor adjustments in Adobe Bridge or Lightroom was the best way to get great shots from this camera. The NEX-7 packs a ton of megapixels and features into its compact body while also excelling at video recording. We do wish that the menu system and the controls were more intuitive and that the image quality from some of the automatic settings were much stronger. However, we found that we could still get great shots from this camera with practice, which made us wonder how well we would do with different lenses and a much larger time investment. As a result, we think that this could be an excellent camera for amateur photographers or families looking for their latest digital camera. That being said, we decided to give the Sony Alpha NEX-7 a 4 out of 5. For the latest coupons and deals on cameras like the Sony Alpha NEX-7, make sure you check out techbargains.com/Sony. To enter our monthly giveaway, make sure you always check out techbargains.com/YouTube, and to watch our video unboxings, video reviews, and exclusive video features, make sure you check out techbargains.com/videos.